What's up everybody, welcome to another video on the Griffy D-Pad channel. As always, I am Griffin. Right now it is the end of December, it is wintered, obviously by the snow, which means it's time for Game of the Year. I will be breaking down my top 10 games of the year for 2017. In this video we will be going through games 10 through 6, and in the next video we'll be going through games 5, 4, 3, 2, and finally my Game of the Year. Warning, I will be spoiling the games I talk about. If you would like to skip the game, look for the time code in the description. Before I go into my official top 10 list, I want to give honorable mentions to 3 games that didn't quite make the list. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, Mario + Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and Doki Doki Literature Club. I did not include PUBG in my list because it is still in early access and, in my opinion, early access games do not deserve to be on the top 10. Despite that, PUBG is still an awesome, intense game on both PC and Xbox One, so if you have the chance, I recommend you check it out. Mario + Rabbids Kingdom Battle was a wonderful game and was just shy underneath number 10. My reason for not including Doki Doki Literature Club is simply that I am yet to complete it. Even though there are a couple of games on my list I haven't completed, I feel like this is a special case as it's a visual novel and the story is the key component. And with that out of the way, let's actually jump into that top 10 list. Number 10 on my list goes to Life is Strange Before the Storm. When I first heard about this game, I was very skeptical. A different developer that I had never even heard of. All new voices, a prequel about a character that I liked but wasn't the most fond of, yet here it is on my top 10. Deck 9 blew me away. They got me to empathize and care about Chloe. They made me invested in Chloe's relationships with Mikey, Steph, and everyone else, not just Rachel Amber. But the scenes that blew me away the most were the ones that completely took me by surprise. The D&D scene in episode 1 and the Tempest scene in episode 2. I never thought that line choice would be so good for puzzles, yet it was. I found myself not wanting to screw up in the Tempest so that I wouldn't let Rachel down, and I wanted to defeat the monster in the D&D game despite getting myself killed. Overall, it's a great game with a compelling story, so if you have the chance, I recommend you give it a shot. Number 9 is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I'm a huge fan of JRPGs, and of the Xenoblade games as a franchise. I played it on Wii, 3DS, and the Wii U, but none of them have ever felt as good as playing this game on the Switch. This was one of those games that came out at the perfect time for me. I've been playing it a lot lately to the point where it's my big game of the winter. It dragged me from all the other games I've been playing like Mario and Zelda, and pulled me into this expansive world to explore and discover. Now, I've only played up to Chapter 3 in the game, which is why I'm keeping this low on my list. But with this amazing world, expansive combat, and interesting narrative, I'd be remiss not to put this game on my list. Number 8 belongs to Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. This game was stunning. The audio design alone launched this game onto my list. This is a game where I heard about it on the Kinda Funny Games cast, and immediately purchased it from PSN. And then, I beat it in 2 sessions. The gameplay was second to the story, which is really hard to pull off, yet Ninja Theory did it so well with such an important topic. I'm not going to act like I'm an expert on the subject of mental health, but this game hit me with its story in a way I wasn't expecting. I thought Ninja Theory portrayed it in a unique and tasteful way, and this makes me want to see what they handle next. Number 7 goes to Destiny 2. I never thought I'd put a multiplayer-focused game on my top 10 list, but here we are. This was the first time that I ever had friends that actively wanted to play an online game with me. That was my entire reason for dropping in the $60 to get this game. Playing with friends and different people I've met through various online communities was what kept me playing, along with the gameplay loop. Killing things, getting loot, breaking down loot, and finding the best stuff. It was super fun, but in the end, super repetitive. I put this game down for a while without even beating the main story, but the reason it gets put on my list is that it brought me back in. I eventually beat the main story and kept playing to this day. I still need to eventually do the raid, but we'll get there eventually. Number 6 goes to another Switch indie, Battle Chef Brigade. I was drawn into this game by the anime-like art style, and stayed for a weird yet good mix of gameplay. You collect ingredients in this game in a 2D platforming brawler, but actually cooking them is more like a match 3 puzzle game. When I first saw trailers for this, I thought there was no way this game could actually be fun. But when I booted up the game, I was immersed in so much character. The world itself had its own great feel. The main character, Mina, had her goofy character, and each of the other characters had their own unique feels as well. From puzzles to hunts to the restaurant, there was always something to do. But then there were the battles, which really feel special. No battle has felt the same, and I actually feel like I need to keep getting better and better at making higher caliber dishes. And that's all I got. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and check out the video where I go through games 5 through 1 and click right here. Or, hey, go ahead and subscribe to my channel by clicking below that on my logo. Until next time, it's been my pleasure to serve you and keep on keeping on.